75.
Yep, you are.
Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can top chat. Let's see if that works. Let me put Chris. What is your handle? What's your? Don't you have a channel? You need a channel. So I make you a monitor.
Try Slauson, dog. If I do,
no, you can create one. I don't know. Violent tornado is what I'm saying. I couldn't get nothing to work here. Let me see. I can't even get this thing to work.
Well, it said test on it.
Well, then I'd like to change title too. That ain't it. That's it.
Back to Mike Bennett here live. Go, Mike. Okay, Mike, we're going to come into damage again here.
Oh, damage again. Okay, let's see. Here we go here to my channel. My deal. I need a punch a button or two. That's what I want. Let's see if I can edit it. Delete, edit. I'm going to edit it. I have to do it on my phone because I don't know how to run a computer. What's that saying now? That ain't working.
Pretty big debris cloud on that. You look down low. Mike's doing a great job there driving with his chest.
Everybody doing a great job, huh? All but me. I'm trying to figure out a title here.
Tree damage here as Mike drives into it. Talking about some tree damage, sheared off trees, big tree limbs.
The weather of Oklahoma.
It's still on the ground up there for sure.
Cycling.
It's in the hills right now, southwest of Okmulgee, but a dangerous situation for Okmulgee.
Do I want to find out why? I don't know.
You want these lights off?
No, they're fine. Leave them on. Good night. We're going to get blown away here.
Or don't be a day.
We're having such run for the hills, it says. Help me, I'm falling. All right, we got a flash flood warning in this area to 8:15. Also got a flash flood warning, then another flash flood warning, flash flood warning, flash flood warning, flash flood. One of them back up here says tornado, take shelter now. Man, I don't know what else I'm going to do. I better turn this thing back on.
Excellent job, Mike Bennett, tracking that with your case partner. Difficult situation for sure, but look at the debris cloud churning up.
There it is.
There it is.
Turn that up. Turn that thing down. Now I'm going to see if I can edit. It's headed for Okmulgee. That's just southwest of us. No, it's moving towards us. We're in Metro. I don't know who I got watching. Okay, let's see here what I got. That ain't helping me. 300 yards. They're 300 yards from a tornado on the ground. Run. That's what I say. Run. Oh, I see it. It's over there on the ground on the channel 4. It's eating it up.
Okay, Mike, you're doing a great job. So let's go ahead and ease.
He's a little upset. Come on.
So let's keep going over there toward Okmulgee. Let's go to Mark Dillon looking at it now live. Mark.
Can't even get this. Oh, there it is. It's going to work. And that's what I wanted to make sure they had something over there on the side. There we go. We pop up. Yeah, they're absolute slop. I'll tell you that. You can't get through. Could have told you not that dirt road over by my coal. Over there. Take shelter in the church. Well, I'm about a mile from the church. It says on the deal. Community shelter at the church. Severe weather coverage. Whoa. You should see it on the TV. Who have I got over there?
Shoulder to Oakmulgee. It's turned more to the right.
It's turned to the, oh, no, right. Go left. Go right towards my house. Run. Let's see what I got up here. Hi, Dave. I'm trying to stay safe. I want to get 1,000 subs, and I'm going to chase these storms with my phone. I got a big old heavy duty ambulance. It'll go down them dirt roads. It's a 1-ton. It's Kingfisher. We're just about a half a mile from Kingfisher County. We're on the county line between Logan and Kingfisher. It's a going down the road. It'll be Kingfisher, Logan County. Yeah, I see them. I'll split the camera up here. I'll show you the TV. Sorry about whipping you around.
Very good. Let's go back over to.
Okay, here we go.
Southwest of Oakmulgee for an update, Mark.
Yes, like this stuff here on Highway 75 and heading north to Oakmulgee from Henrietta. We'll let folks in Henrietta know you're fine down here. The tornado's off to your north and west about 10 miles.
Here we go. We got people going now. I'm going to get me when I get 1,000 subs, I'm going to go chase these suckers. It'll probably be next year before I get 1,000. I'm like about 150. Well, thank you. Let me see if my phone's working. I got 2 phones. That's what I went and bought 2 phones for. I got 2 phones. This has got one service. It's got another service. That way when I'm going to be a storm watcher or storm chaser. That's what I'm going to do. Storm chaser.
If you're just joining us here, 5:40 in the afternoon. So we have tornado watches in effect. Severe thunderstorm warning for Kingfisher County. Tornado warnings for West Tulsa, the Sand Springs area.
Sand Springs, north of Tulsa. Up at Manford, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I could chase them because I live in Tornado Alley. See, I could chase them all night long. They'll sleep anyway. Oh, crossing I-40. I made my son go get a pop. He can't get out of town. Channel 4 was up here, and they were reined in, and they earlier, and they have great big rigs, and they couldn't go north on 74 because it was flooded up there at Skeleton, and then they couldn't head south because Cottonwood's out, so they headed over here towards Guthrie, where Cottonwood Creek comes around through Guthrie. Well, that's flooded out. My son said, go up here to 74E, and you might be able to get across towards Mulhall. So the way they went. Because if they turn back south, that'll take you across the Cimarron. But if you turn back to the left, that'll take you through Mulhall. So he had to help the storm people get through. They said, you want to do an interview? He said, no, I ain't dressed for the interview. He's got to clean out that my cellar. I'm tired of going to the community cellar at the church. Let me see what I got. Hope people ain't saying nasty words. I'll make somebody a monitor. Let's see what I got. Let's see here. Oh, it's still on the contract for the ground.
Be ready for this thing as it comes because it was a large tornado as it was lifting out and away from Okemo.
Hi, Dave.
Okay, appreciate that.
Oh, we got another warning. Hear them warnings? Heck, another warning. Hit the ground and roll. Come on, I'm trying to listen to you. Trying to read all these people.
Southern Oklahoma, the cap of the lid has choked off updraft and those have dissipated. There is a few areas of spin here. We've got 3 storm trackers on this line. Emily, Aaron, and Corey.
They're streaming it live on Fox 13. I watch Channel 4 because the guy that is newscasting on Channel 4, his folks live right out here by me. So he keeps a close eye on these folks when he's up there chasing storms. Yeah, he's a newscaster. Yeah, cracked windshield. Hail. They got hail. That truck driver's got, that car driver's got a cracked windshield. This person raised in Colorado. We get them now. We get them tornadoes. That's what I do. I want to chase storms at my old age.
Let's go back over to Mike Bennett here again. Emily's back with her momentarily. No tornado on Emily's storm. She's tracking that carefully.
I'm trying to reach for this thing. I got a million cords. I'm going to plug up my phone because it dies pretty fast. Yeah, it's right on the ground now. Tearing up. It's right up there by Mulgy. That ain't very far from me. Oh, it hit a house. Uh-oh. People, it's hit a house. Hope everybody's all right. See, I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to take my phones. I'm going to take my four-wheel drive. Uh-oh. Another alert. Flash flooding. We know that's just flash flooding. Go away. Let's have two. There we go.
You say that road goes directly to Old Mulgy, and you're able to track eastward with that tornado because it's about ready to move into Old Mulgy.
Yeah,
It's going to hit Old Mulgy. Now, I'm going to tell you, people need to have storm shelters. I put one in 2000. I'm going to say 2010, 12, 13, somewhere in there. And I haven't been out in it. I put a bunch of stuff down in it, and then I hadn't been even opened the door in 5 years. Well, I guess it went away. What happened here? Okay, what happened here? Okay. Oh, I don't know what that crap is. Get away. No. Debris on the ground. Violet motion. It just said on the TV. Near Dover. Oh my God, we're only 7 miles from Dover. It's just right to the left of me. We're about even with Dover. 7, 8 miles over there. Oh, we don't like that. Let me turn this thing. There we go. Got all the people saying stuff now. Yep, I gotta get me my 1,000 subscribers so I can go chase them before the snow. Give me something to do. As soon as it quits raining, I got a mechanic coming in and checking on my ambulance. It needs a new starter. I bought the starter. It was $250, and it's sitting there. I don't know what the mechanic will charge me here, but I'm gonna get that going, and then I'm gonna load it up with food and stuff, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chase storms during the spring, but I might have missed this one already because I got to get my 1,000 subscribers because I got to use my phone. Got 2 phones actually. We moved down here. Trying to get this thing here to work, my mini cam, but I couldn't figure it out either. I bought all this stuff, and I bought a printer and can't even get it to work yet. It's one of them internet printers that you can do it on your phone or something.
Double box Mark Dillard here, gang. It looks like Mark Dillard is
Thank you.
Highway 75, and if indeed he is, he's going to be basically coming in.
I'm hoping for it. I get my 1,000, I'm gonna go chase them. It'll be all. It'll last another month or so. I got Terry coming over to check out my ambulance as soon as the weather gets right. I don't think the weather's going to get right. We're flooded in over here. 74 is flooded both south and north of town. Cimarron's out of its banks. Cottonwood Creek's out of its banks. Skeleton Creek's out of its banks. We're on an island. We're about a 40-mile square island. There's only one way out. That'd be 74E. you could turn left at the Mall Hall and Guthrie turn there and head north to 51. If you can get over to cross 51 to the free Interstate 35, so it'd be the only way. That's what my son was telling the Channel 4. They was up there doing interviews because they couldn't get through. This flooded. He said, "Well, you can get through. You just have to go through the back way is what we call it."
I do believe, Mark, you're looking at a mesocyclone on the front flank.
A mesocyclone on the front flank. In other words, in front of it. From Carchi north at, let's see, I'm trying to read all this. At 5:34 p.m.
The second one
There's two of them on the ground.
may or may not, and this may be the first one, the lead circulation, which may not be tornadic right now, or this might be the tornado circulation. At any rate, we're going to know.
Well, yeah, you're going to know it when it hits.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is heading directly into Okmulgee. Pretty rough terrain over here, a lot of trees. And that, Mark Diller, this is the lead mesocyclone, which we don't believe is tornadic. But the one
I'm going to sub him.
west of there is tornadic.
Give that person a sub. That's how I get subs. I go over here to people that show up, and then I sub them.
Here, at any rate, you're going north on 75 into Okmulgee, and the boat circulation.
Ooh,
is
north
right
into.
Okmulgee. So give us an update here on what you see.
And there's so much flooding out there. These newscasters or storm chasers are having hard time getting through because they don't know the back roads just like we do that live out here. Like I said, we know all the little dirt roads and all the little back roads and what bridge is out and how much weight old wooden bridge will take and everything else. But the bottomland's all flooded. How close am I to the storm? About 7 miles right now. Rotation's about to come in. I get on this phone here and pull up the weather map. There we go. Now, where am I? I don't like that. Proper, Okmulgee proper. That ain't it. There he is. Two alerts.
Baseball's in Okmulgee now. Baseball's in Okmulgee.
Both baseball size hail in the Okmulgee. I mean, that's bigger than your fist. No wonder he has a cracked windshield.
Let's get you an update if you're just now joining us. What's going
I'm
on?
working on it. Oh, it's just a little bit north of me. Let's see. Let me find Okmulgee. Lovell. Oh, it's going to hit Lovell. It's just went across us.
Northern Garvin, southern Cleveland, southwestern Potawatomi.
Yeah, that's down
Kingfisher County.
Kingfisher. It's just right on the border over there.
Tulsa and the south of Tulsa, the PDS tornado watch does continue.
Come on, people.
Tonight, but right now there are no serious.
There's Crescent.
in Oklahoma City, so if you're watching
Well, you going to show us Okmulgee or not? There's Okmulgee. Okmulgee is quite a ways from us, really, because it's on the other side of Kingfisher. But there's one on this side of Kingfisher, edge of Crescent. It's pretty well blowing up there. Let's see here. See there?
Small areas of spin up here between Hennessy and Dover. Let's go to
Now, Hennessy and Dover, now Dover's only 7 miles.
Rotation there.
Where's Dover? Come on, Dover.
Rotation slowly
Oh, well, sure.
north of Kingfisher.
North of Kingfisher.
Yes, Mike.
That's
actually,
us.
Our new location, we've been moving a little bit east to reposition. We've been having issues with road closures because of the flooding. So,
Told you we're closed.
Thankfully, we
They don't know how to get through,
that,
is what it
and
is.
Right now, we're about to turn north onto Highway 74,
See,
heading to Crescent, so we can keep an eye.
See, they're
on
headed
it.
into Crescent.
The hail threat looks like it'll be heading eventually towards Marshall.
oh, headed towards Marshall. See, Marshall's on about 8, 9, 12 miles on that side of us. Dover's that way, 7 miles. Mulhall's about 10, 11 miles that way. We're right in the middle. Because I live southwest of Crescent, out towards Dover. But baseball size hell now, that's big as your fist.
And severe storms up here, northern Logan, northern Kingfisher.
Yeah, we got some. There's a hook. It's tornadic.
Kind of give you an idea what's going on. Here they are. They're lifting due northward here. So large hail damaging winds, Dover over to Marshall and
Ooh, Dover over to Marshall. That's going to go right across Crescent.
Nothing major there.
It's just Crescent. Dover's just right there to the left of us.
Stillwater still there, but basically vaporized.
See, I'm 4 miles south, few miles west of Crescent out towards Dover.
So that has definitely continued to ramp down.
Oh, well.
Chopper was on and Corey Inman was on earlier.
Pretty close.
There are no storms in Oklahoma
I mean, we got hail and everything right now coming over. There's some rain, but we ain't in the Hook area. But the Hook area could be 5 miles over there and 5 miles over there because it jumps around. I gotta get me some subs. I gotta get out there and chase them.
Air Depot between Hefner Road and Northeast 115th Street. We have a dam in danger.
A dam.
They've been watching this all day.
Oh my God, the dam.
Out there a bit earlier, been talking with residents who live in that area, and it looks like now they are really concerned about it because if that dam breaks, then it's going to be flooded in that area.
We have. That's what happened to us about 5 years ago. The dam north of us broke. And we lost our bridge. We couldn't even get 74 highway.
Northeast 122nd, the most risk for flooding if the dam fails.
122nd.
Be careful, probably seek higher ground.
Uh-oh.
There could be road closures there as well. If they're not
Road closures. I'm saying, okay, Hefner and Air Depot. Oh my God.
Again, from Hefner to Northeast 115th.
What lake is that?
There is a private lake there, and you can see the arrow.
See, there's a private lake too. I haven't even looked out to the south. I know it's on about 3 steps down from my house. This bottom steps were flooded. My patio was underwater about probably 18 inches. And then the steps going up to the house, I had a couple of them was flooded, but I still got about 3 steps down. So flooded.
And another area too that they're dealing with this. It's already happened in the Twin Lakes area. This is
yeah, that's us.
the Cimarron River. We've got some video of the house actually going.
There goes the Cimarron. Now I'm only a half mile from that Cimarron, from that bridge. Watch this, people. See that house? That's down at Twin Lakes, right where we live. The house is gone. Went down the Cimarron. I hope you can see it. See, I'll tell you, we're flooded. And we're losing houses over here. There it goes. Down the road, that's Channel 4. I don't have copyrights, but did you see that? See that? There it goes. Chimney. Oh, here it's falling in. So you got to see this one fall in. See, we're right on the edge of the Cimarron. We're over here in Cimarron City. You can look me up. Cimarron City. It's where this, and this is out of Twin Lakes. It's about 6 miles straight west of me, but I'm only about a mile from the river. And it's over its bank. So there you go. It's going to go. There goes another one in.
Update on.
There we go, people. We're losing houses to the Cimarron.
Edmond, Norman, the OU campus closed, of course, for the rest of the evening as well. And I'm sure there are others coming in as well. And we'll probably have closing cancellations that we know of now. OU Norman campus, Edmond, the afternoon and evening activities canceled, as well as more afternoon activities canceled there as well.
My son, good night. I made him a monitor anyway. Let's see what this says. That's my son, Slauson Dog. Love you, Dad. Good night. He's going to bed. Yeah, my kids don't get excited. I like to go watch it, but they don't get excited.
And the folks in that area along Autumn Road and Air Depot between Northeast.
Let me see what this is.
122nd being urged
Oh my God.
to get to higher ground. People along Old County Road should also consider taking precautions here.
Old County Road. See, we're on County Line Road.
Large houses.
What were they telling you? I know you talked to them earlier.
Well, there was just some concern. They were looking at it, and it looked like it was going to give way, and it looked like there or maybe some engineers.
Oh, yeah. Well, our dam almost gave away. We lowered the dam and opened the floodgates. Should be all right.
This alert came out from the city of Oklahoma City about it, so they finally pulled the trigger and said, "Hey, we think this is going to happen."
Well, good luck in the UK. I'll tell you that for sure. What's this over here?
The earthen dam on that lake was actually built up.
This here.
It was just kind of a natural low area, but they added a dam on one side of it. So they, in other words, blocked in kind of a box canyon, right? And they blocked it with an earthen dam that's way higher than Air Depot, the road itself. So in other words, that water is at a higher level than about half of the lake. So if the dam were to fail, it would flood pretty quickly. The area at Air Depot, it's over there by Apple Valley.
We got a view.
You and I are kind of familiar with that area. Jordan Road is too. That's on the east side of I-35.
That's east side of I-35, and the dam's going to be quite an elevation above Air Depot because they blocked in kind of a box hillside, if you will, with earth and dam. So that could be a considerable issue there to the area around Air Depot.
Certainly is.
Yep.
Mike, we'll throw it back to you. Get the latest on what the storms are doing right now.
Well, we still are watching. Let's go to Mark Dillard here.
Hello, everybody.
Because we've got that rotation now coming into Old Mogi, and he's right there in Old Mogi proper. Baseball-sized hail Old Mogi and tornado circulation basically coming into Old Mogi. Mark, is it on the ground? Has it lifted? That's the main circulation now.
I don't know. It's pouring down rain, though, and the hail's it's not as big as it was.
Just looking at radar and confirming with what I've seen off to my north and west. I believe it's
What state are you in? I'm in Oklahoma. I live up by Crescent, Oklahoma. Everybody. Oklahoma. Tornado Alley.
And as far as the hail goes, coming down on the north side of Mogi now, I've seen as large as golf balls on the grassy areas here, as large as golf ball hail. So I've got a little bit of hail coming down, maybe dimes going to nickels, but an immense amount of rain that, another area of the state that just doesn't need any more rain. We've had plenty.
This is in Oklahoma, up by Crescent, Oklahoma, north of Oklahoma City. It's just wrapped in rain right now. You can't even see the tornado. It's wrapped in rain. Look at this. It's got he's just slamming into the rains where he's slamming. And I put new windshield wipers on, man. As soon as I get 1,000 subs, I'm out chasing them. Cost me about $60 for them double, real heavy duty windshield wipers for that one time.
Give you an update here at 6 o'clock hour. Severe storms near Paola, severe storms near Orlando, County, tornado warning of Mogi, tornado warning up north of
Claremore, that's north of Tulsa.
In northeastern Oklahoma.
Oklahoma
City. The PDS tornado watch.
PDS tornado watch.
Storms are redeveloping now.
Oh, they're all redeveloping. I'm telling you, redevelop.
A little bit of rotation here, starting to form north of Dover and also near Orlando. Let's go to Mason Dunn. He's on these storms now, lifting northward through northern Logan and Kingfisher County. Not severe, but areas rotation.
Well, thank you for your prayers. It's hitting hard. I mean, there's only one way out of town, and I don't know how long that'll last. Up by Mulhall, because if Mulhall was hit like it was a few years ago, you can't get to a Mulhall because you got the creek there. I think I don't know what the name of that creek is. Horse Creek or something like a Gar Creek or something like that.
So we're just right up here keeping an eye on it. It's not severe.
Well, they finally got the News Channel 4 people, Chris. My son was up there, and he was talking to them, and they said they couldn't get out because of the flood. And he said, well, go up to 74E and cut across through the Mulhall. And so they decided to do that. They asked him, did he want to interview? And he said, no, I ain't even dressed for interview. He had his shorts and T-shirts on. State Park, something about State Parks.
So Mason will always review that is more ominous than it actually is. Let's go look at the velocities, wind, if you will, on Max 2. And Max 2 here, where this is ramped up quite a bit here on the western.
Oh, my God.
The western side is ramped up quite a bit on the Logan Kingfisher County.
Logan Kingfisher side, that's where we're at. Logan Kingfisher.
Right there is north of Mulhall.
North of Mulhall.
Higher velocities west of this one. Can you?
That's us. West of Mulhall, that's us.
Mason, can you pan over to the left from that one over to the one to the west? Can you see the one to the west?
He can't see the one to the
Right there,
west.
partially obscured by the rain right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the helicopter to the left. It is so hazy back there, Mike. We cannot see it. I would have to fly back there too and take a look at that.
Yeah, you can't see it where we're at. It's wrapped in rain. We got 7 or 8 alerts. Flash flooding in your area is 8 o'clock.
So, we
We already know it's flash flooded. I can look out my back door and tell you it's flooded. The lake's up there to the back door.
Oh, a little more impressive than it did just a little bit ago. So, we're going to hang out here in between the two storms, and as I'm picking up a little bit of rain right now, and we'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated.
Let's go back to radar here and look at this line. This is severe up here in northern Kingfisher.
That's
County.
us. We're severe. We know we are. Hang on for a minute. I'll turn the video. Don't get sick.
This line is a risk from Kingfisher and Logan into Garfield and Noble counties.
That's just north of us, Garfield and Noble, north of Kingfisher. It's there. Parts of Orlando. Dover. Near Dover. It's right there 6 miles, 7 miles west of me. It's right at Dover. Hennessy and Dover. Hennessy's over there too. Yeah, they're gonna pop up all day and night. What's he on? 51? What highway is he on? Maybe we'll see what we got. Here's a sign coming up. Then they stopped the video right before a sign come up. Well, that's not no good.
Okay, Aaron, appreciate that.
Hennessy, Marshall. God, we're right there in the middle of that. Dover.
Severe yes, tornado right now, no. Does have some feeder clouds coming into it. Rotation's pretty slow.
Rotation's a little slow. Tornado warning remains in effect until 6:30. I don't know what time it is. Count it. Oh, yeah, Archie. Severe thunderstorm. I'd go outside, but I ain't going. The high wind and stuff. I ain't going out there. Thank you.
But like I said, this thing has turned into flooding and frozen up out here in the last 5 months.
Well, I'll be praying for you too.
Great job at skipping over the entire metro, which is for folks in the metro's great news.
Anybody's in this path of these storms, I'm praying for all of them. I had to get up here. I had a hard time setting this video up. I really did. And every time I do my phone, I don't have enough subs to go on my phone. So there, Mulhall's a little slow. It's coming across here. It looks pretty bad. I'm thinking about taking my goatee and cutting it off.
In this part of the state, and especially this western side.
The western side. The western side of the rotation's picking up.
That is severe there, but not tornadic right now. Up north of Pawnee, storms there. You folks in Stillwater are in the clear.
Oh, my good. I got a granddaughter that lives up Stillwater with 2 grandsons, so they're in the clear.
Basically, no direction from Oklahoma City except for west. And it's across the metro, so that's good. Flooding may be aggravated by the folks.
I'm going to turn to channel 5. No signal. Yeah, we go. There we go. Oh, it's level. 7 miles up at level.
You have a lowering, and it appears to have some rotation just to the north between Mulhall and Orlando. Just north of Highway 51. So we are watching.
Wind chargers. It's showing you. I'm going to turn you.
It's right there. Right above the
That's Mulhall.
We're trying to keep after and see what we can see on it, David.
So,
Okay, we'll keep in close contact with you. Can we see that lower there in front of you coming in from Chris Lee?
hello, CR.
His way back through Mulhall to show the radar right now. This severe thunderstorm warning is going to be coming out soon. It is going to be for this same cluster storm lifting up to the north. A couple of areas of rotation that we see. There's one, and there's
Another one.
And then another is making way southwest of Marshall, lifting up to the north.
Oh, look at that. Look at that black purple on his screen. That means hail. Heavy hail. A little north of Dover. Up by level. See if you can see Crescent. So it's about 7, 8 miles north of me. Sorry about moving the phone.
If you're living up towards Covington, you're even going into Garfield County here. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning about to be issued. And we are seeing the cell spinning.
Yeah, it's a spinning, all right. Boy, look at that purple in that thing. That hail out here. We've had severe hail damage in the past. It'll beat a barn plumb to death. I mean, you're talking about baseball size hail, big as your fist. And coming down like covering the ground, look like snow.
Definitely showing some sign of rotation. We have Buck King out on the cell right now. Let's go to Buck right now. Buck, give us an update on what you
Buck is going to tell us what's happening. See, they always come up this way. Oh, I know where that dumpster's at. He's showing a dumpster beside the road. He's on 74 hours. Where it's at. Yeah, like see people pull their tractors and stuff up out of the low fields and put them up on top. He's up in towards Garfield.
Severe thunderstorm warning that we have now. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and up to ping pong ball size hail. So let's pan it up to the north. Show those that are in it. It's going to say just east of Enid, barely, but it does include.
That's a beautiful prayer.
East of Route 81, so he's going to eastern Garfield County. Inflow starting to increase right there. Here's another inflow picking up near Hennessy, but this is a more pronounced inflow.
Ooh, it is right up there by Lovell. That's 7 miles north of me.
Increase in tornado risk.
But it's north. It's already went past me, so north of me. Yeah, and I know where it's at. About 6-7 miles north of me.
Definitely increasing when you see the radar doing that right there. So moving up to the north, Enid. You're not in this business.
Yeah, we're still getting hammered. We've had a hail. We've got flooding. I need to get out. My son says, "Well, Dad, you should have went out today." Because I went, he tried to get out of here, and he's supposed to have a appointment in Wichita. I don't know where was it at. Somewhere up north. I think it was Stillwater. But anyway, he couldn't get to Stillwater. Couldn't get out. So he said, "No, forget it."
654, Hunter at 716, Deer Creek at 801.
Oh, Deer Creek's now that's south of me.
Radar scan that goes by. Now we need to watch what this rotation happens to do, whether it wants to increase or decrease. But
No, Deer Creek's north of me. That's a different Deer Creek.
Clearly rotating
Just
north of Sky 5. So
Sky 5.
Rotation over you, but a tighter.
Oh, he's got one right about just about 8 miles from me is a tornado on. We'll be on the ground here in a few minutes. I see it on one side of the screen. Now I'm going to turn you. Oh, it's there. I got 4 inches of water standing in my yard, and the south. Let's see, the east side of the driveway, you can't even get out on the east side. I got a circular driveway. The east side's flooded. It's like 3 foot underwater. You can't even get out on the east side. You can head north. So then if you go back west and then try to go east again, you still got 3 or 4 foot of water. It's flooded.
Right now, central Oklahoma, this is one of the more significant storms that we're dealing with in the state, not only for the tornado potential, but also for the potential for this to produce a tornado.
Yeah, we got a potential of tornado. When I get 1,000 subs, I'm going to chase them with my phones. Let me see what we got here.
Southwest of Boca. Nick Smith is looking at this. It's coming just north of the Canadian River. So this is moving out of Cleveland County. This other portion.
The weather's getting stranger and stranger. I mean, we're at 100-year flood stage. We haven't had a flood like this in 100 years. So that makes it say something. Now, we have tornadoes all the time, but we have rolling water. When houses float down a road, it's floating down about a mile south of me across the Cimarron, and it's washing the banks out on Cimarron City, which is about a mile from me. And so we've lost a lot of houses at Twin Lakes and Cimarron City and stuff that gets washed away. So that tells you that river's up. That river's up and rolling. And I said, there you know, I mean, if I'd have been up there up here at Lakeside, that's where the little 7-Eleven's at, I would have said, well, stupid, you should have come across that high water because you know you can't get back. They're lucky to get back, and the only way out was through Molo. And if that one creek gives up, you ain't getting out that way either. Skeleton's out of its banks, Cottonwood Creek's out towards Guthrie, and south of 74 at Cottonwood Creek. The Cimarron's out, which is I mean, you can't get out. There's only one way to get out. Now, I can get between here and go out towards Kingfisher, but you have to go back roads and dirt roads. Now, how bad is the weather and how bad is the mud? I don't know. And I'm still thinking about that Gar Creek cape's probably out of its banks. I'm just sitting here. That's what I'm going to do. If I was going to chase storms, I'd already went out there.
Just to the southwest of Douglas, and we're seeing a lot of rotation in this. We are pretty close to it. We're at a safe distance, though. And
he's a safe distance. He's in a helicopter.
It was a lot lower, and I'm measuring this.
I like them.
1,000 feet above the ground. That's about
Helicopter shots are great, but I like the on the ground because you see the flooding, you see the damage, you see everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mark and I were just noticing that there's some rotation.
He's in Illinois.
But it didn't produce anything. But we're going to keep an eye on this, and I know you
In the northwest of Chicago.
But we're going to watch this one really closely. We're going to stay fairly close.
You guys get the snow and the ice up there. Lord, let me tell you. And then that cold wind coming off that lake. Oh, look at that circulation.
We will clearly see it. In the meantime, though,
let me go back to Ford. He's got that hook up by Marshall. Marshall's not but about 12 miles from me. So we had that tornado just come over our place. But it was up on. Here's another rescue. See, this is the flooding we got. Look at, do you see that? They're driving boats down our roads to rescue people. I'm glad I live on a hill.
And this is
Look at that.
Right here. A woman was rescued from that mobile home you're looking
Yeah,
at.
and a mobile home. Well, I can understand that.
Hard to tell in that water. It may be an actual two-story home.
That's a 2-story home in that place. That's what I'm saying. That's a 2nd-story home flooded out on the woman. They're trying to get a woman out of the top story. See that? I wonder where that's exactly at.
Desperate straits like this lady apparently was.
That just shows how high the water is. I thought it was.
That's how high the water is. Look at this. Look at the dam. Look at the dam.
Yeah, the Keystone Dam.
That's Keystone. That's up north of me.
They're releasing water because it is like 29 feet above where it should be.
The 29 feet above flood stage is where it's at.
And so
Or people taking the picture on them cell phones and stuff. That's up at Keystone. That's where I go fishing. I go up there too and go camping. See, I'm not been out camping because the ambulance got to get that starter in that ambulance. That's a lot of water, people. We're getting a lot of water. So they're all flooded. I was going to get my mini cam. Apologize for that, but I couldn't figure out how to. You have to go over and change cameras, and I don't know. I buy all the stuff and then don't know how to run it. But
take advantage of it and have a lot of things along there. So that could be a big deal.
Yeah, and the new parkway down there
Yes.
too, that everybody enjoys so much. So it's not just to central and western Oklahoma, it's eastern Oklahoma too, as you can tell from that right there.
well, thank God the storm. There goes that house down the river. I got to show you. That ain't but about 3 miles from my house. That house was 3 miles from my house. That's the Cimarron out of its banks. I can't go south. I live a mile from the Cimarron, and then that's 2 miles up the Cimarron. That just eroded the bank and washed the houses away.
We've seen some collisions there also of like sheds that went in and then collided with another home.
Look at this.
Down the river. So such a sad thing.
You see that? Now that's sad. People losing their homes.
Exactly.
So
We want to talk about what we were talking about earlier, an earthen dam.
earthing dam at Hefner and Air Depot. That's out by my sisterly is out that way.
The Oklahoma City authorities are telling folks that along Air Depot and across Northeast 115th Street, people along Autumn Road, Air Depot Road between.
When it quits raining tomorrow, I'm going to take my cell phones and I'm going to go out and show you the damage. See that house? When they showed it falling in, I could have went to the Cimarron and watched it crash into the bridge. But I couldn't. I just have to film it and then show it later. But I won't live stream. That's what I want.
So that's a lot of water.
It's a lot of water. There's some high-dollar homes there.
Hell, weather can move a lot of stuff. You're in line. That's north. Hefner Road, 116th. Let's see what it's Garfield County, north of Oklahoma City until 7. We're already flooded. I mean, we're just flooded. I mean, I can get out because I know how to get out, but I'd have to drive 50 miles just to make 2 miles south. That's sad. 50 miles west to go 2 miles south. Here we go. Another alert. Another alert. Let's see what we got. Come on, people. Flooding in my area to 8:15. Well, yeah, it's pouring down rain. It's already flooded. I'm going to go look out the back door and look out the front door and see how high is the water, Mama. Last I checked out the back door, it was at the 3 or 4 steps down because my patio's down there. Got 3 or 4 steps up. Of course, if it ever floods my house, it'll flood the other side of the watershed from the Canadian or run it. The Cimarron watershed will run into the North Canadian watershed, so I ain't worried about my house flooded. But I was wondering about the people on the south side of the lake. Giant mesocyclone.
Several miles. You get these tornadoes with these giant rotations.
I'm gonna go look. I'll have to put some of these phones down. Multi-vortex. My dogs are all in. Look at me. No, oh, he's all upset. He's always upset.
Sadly, these are the kind that White House and things, and that's why we have PDS tornado watch in effect. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kind of broader view. There's another view that Mike Bennett showing you a zoomed-in view.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look out the doors. You guys be good, puppy dogs. I have to get up out of this chair.
Right now are in North Tulsa near Owasso, and then over by Haskell, Oklahoma. Over here to the east, there are no tornado warnings right now in central Oklahoma, but there are some severe thunderstorms around. Here's a live view, which we can tell is a casino area there. So at the casino there down by Jinx. So this is going to be South Tulsa, the Arkansas River right there. So storms are up in northern Tulsa County and down in the southeast of Tulsa, but there's the Arkansas River showing it basically at Bankful. Their flood sirens are going off down here in South Tulsa and Jinx. They're releasing so much water out of Keystone at 29 feet above normal at Keystone and still climbing, by the way. They're releasing the maximum amount they can on the Arkansas River to basically measure the amount of flooding that they're going to have. They know how much cubic feet per second they can release out of the dam. It's up X amount or a given amount, and they know they're going to flood a certain amount of people here, and they incrementally raise that level, the water level and the distribution out of the dam in cubic feet per second to measure how much flooding they're going to be expecting downstream. So it's kind of a known quantity, but Keystone Lake keeps going up, so they keep having to raise the downstream level of the Arkansas by incremental amounts, which is flooding more and more of these low-lying areas down around Riverside Drive in Tulsa and down around Jinx in particular near the casino. So it's a controlled situation, but it's a controlled situation that's teetering on the edge of bad flooding, and they're kind of having to tip into that range of bad flooding in a controlled sort of way. That's why the sirens are going off for flooding down in Jinx and also in Tulsa around the Riverside Drive area. So no tornado warnings again. No warnings for Oklahoma City. That's also good. It is a PDS tornado watch until 10 o'clock tonight. And the storm's done an excellent job so far going all around the Oklahoma City metro. So that trend is also continuing. There are a few more storms that are redeveloping. Also a few down in southern Oklahoma, but no real big deal there. Up in northern Oklahoma, storms are gradually intensifying. We're getting a bit more rotation now near Covington. So this is a developing supercell here. Let's go to one of our trackers here. We got the chopper on it as well. We have the chopper shot. Let's go. Yep, chopper's near Mulhall. Let's talk to Mason Dunn about that. Mason?
Yeah, Mike, we've actually moved down to Marshall. We're just south of Marshall, looking to the west at this severe thunderstorm here. Just come down here to take a look at it. So we're just kind of hanging out. The storm looks impressive. It's got got some outflow looking clouds and some low hanging clouds. So we're just kind of here, keeping an eye on it. We'll keep you updated. Back to you.
Mason, appreciate it. That's with Emily Sutton also on that line. This is up by
Well, I'm back.
Emily.
Ugh.
Yes, Mike, we are on the same exact storm, had a pretty good view of it, and you can definitely see the shelf cloud. There's some organizations to it.
Whereabouts are you from?
Definitely get us some more tails with it. It has some broad rotation west of Marshall.
She must be in Oklahoma. Okay, let's see.
Having a little bit of trouble trying to navigate the roads. because
Well, I appreciate you even stopping by, CR.
flooding issues and closures. And of course, you don't want to drive on any of the red dirt roads and light roads after such a big rain event. So
I just dropped the phone.
Repositioning, and we'll be keeping an eye
Oh,
on
the
it.
remote, one or the other.
Tornado near Bald Hill.
That's what's the phone? What's in the other phone?
So still on the ground, southeast of Tulsa. So tornado on the ground.
Tornado on the ground southeast of Tulsa, just said.
Still over to Corey Inman, also tracking this line north of
The school,
Oklahoma City.
churches, businesses are closed. Let's see where else. Well, I imagine.
Or Aaron Brackett, either Corey or Aaron. We can go to either
Come
one.
on,
Aaron.
phone. There we go.
Okay, so let's go ahead, Aaron.
In Utah, huh?
Yeah, fairly high base, really no funnel coming out of it. But
I'll always love Utah. It's one of the prettiest states.
15 minutes, so this is your
I think all states has their own attractions, but some states are prettier than others. It depends on what you like. You know, I like the rocks and everything else in Utah. It's beautiful.
Strong visually, but again, if these things that come up and come down, we'll continue to watch it.
Okay, so let's go give you an overview again here. If you're just joining us, we've had some tornadic activity today. These have mostly been over to the east of
Yeah.
Oklahoma City. Began
That's
over here
us,
by
east of Oklahoma
Cromwell,
City.
and not too far from Seminole. This is from Nikki. Appreciate these pictures here.
Everybody's sending
That was
pictures in right
about
now.
an hour and a half, 2 hours ago now. And then Mark Dillard and Mike Bennett tracking a long-tracked violent tornado from near Okemah.
I'm gonna eat me some
over to
candy.
near
Diabetic
Oklahoma.
shouldn't even eat candy, but
Now,
I get a little hyper and I have to eat me some candy because I'm burning up the sugar level. There's another warning.
PBS tornado watch is in effect.
Tornado watch is in effect. Let's see what we got here. Come on now.
From Oklahoma City, except in the metro with our PBS.
It gets so bad on these flood warning watches. I just turn them off after a while. I mean, we know we're flooded in. What else can I tell you?
Oklahoma, a little ways to the north of Morris, Oklahoma Highway 16. And
Yeah,
then
we're in
back
red.
Southwest Oklahoma tornado watches also.
Thank
No
you.
warnings that affect the Oklahoma City Metro. That's good. Just a tornado watch, and it is a PBS tornado
I know you ain't
watch.
supposed to eat
So
on
check
camera,
radar here. So we have these storms
I'll take a
gradually
little bit
becoming
bite.
more supercellular. In fact, a supercell definitely forming now. So this is a heads up. Supercell definitely forming. Rotation coming up very quickly. In fact,
At Marshall. Now, Marshall's about 10 miles north of me.
Just to the
10,
north of
12.
Marshall, let's go to the Chopper, and that's a
That's a
big-time
supercell forming
here
out
with a
between
hump
Hennessy and
rotation.
Marshall, out by
Big
Marshall.
lowering. See, the Chopper here is right there on it. We're constantly repositioning our crews when other folks are talking on the TV, and Mason Dunn is right there. Mason, this rotation picking up shockingly fast.
Oh my
No
God.
tornado warning yet, but it's got a big wall on it and a big feeder cloud coming into it.
I'm getting out tomorrow. I'll have to just take still video. I can't go live because I ain't got enough people.
Well, Mike, it does
But-
seem like intensifying. We got a big shelf cloud here just to the southwest of the wall cloud. You can actually see the town of Marshall right there. We are just on the east side of Marshall, looking to the west. And I can definitely see it when I switch over to reflectivity. I can definitely
I'm watching
see
it on my little radar.
picking up. I see the green and the red. So we're going to
I
hang
love
out
these
right
phones.
here. Nothing at the moment, but we'll keep you updated here just on the east side of
Mm-mm.
Marshall.
Okay, let's go to one of our ground crews here. I think Corey Inman, Aaron Brackett, Emily. Let's go Emily Sutton here.
Yeah, Mike, we are located just east of the town of Marshall. We have a clear storm.
Marshall just
And,
that
yeah,
way
we
from
can
the
look at
house,
that
just
circulation
out there about 8, 7, 8 miles, 9
Big
miles.
shelf cloud with it, kind of a steady looking shelf cloud. You
Let's
can
see, let me
notice a
check something.
little
I
bit of
can do better than that.
into the storm.
Don't want that
Obviously,
either.
very clear base here. And
Let's
a
go to
little
Google.
bit of a feeder band feeding into the storm. We're trying to look for any indication of
How many miles is it to Marshall, Oklahoma from my location?
The drive from your location to Marshall is 20.8 miles.
It's 20 miles. It's straight north of me. Look here. Straight north of me. Let's see if we can get it on cam. There we go. Straight north of me. That's only up there. But it's black all the way from my house up there. I thought it was about 12 miles. About 21 miles, 20 miles. Take me 30 minutes to get there. That's what I said. If I had my 1,000 subs, I'd be chasing them. 'Cause I live in the perfect location to chase storms.
Let's go back over to radar here and update here for you folks. What's Perry's temperature and dew point and wind?
I'm sorry, I'm shaking the field.
So Hook here could be up a little bit more stable air up here, but Hook definitely has picked up.
See, the hook is down towards us.
Perry storm is severe here, and there is some raw rotation, but nothing really tight. Looking at it here from the chopper, but definitely a supercell. See a wraparound Hook there north of Marshall. Here's Perry, so large hail damaging winds. So we're talking about Covington to Billings to near Sears and Red Rock, and it could track very close to Perry also.
Perry,
But right
now
now,
Perry's up
severe and
towards
not tornadic. Where is that? Oklahoma City. It's to the north.
Stillwater, north of Perry,
About
north,
45
straight
miles
north of
Oklahoma City,
Guthrie.
here in northern Oklahoma. Strong rotation, quite possibly continued touchdowns up by Collinsville, up north of Tulsa.
That's
And then
north
from
of
there
Tulsa.
down to near Haskell and Ball.
We got tornadoes everywhere.
Miller is near Haskell right now. This has been a long track tornado. It skipped over the town of Okmulgee about 45
It's, yeah, it just
minutes
skipped
ago.
over
It has
Okmulgee.
been back down
That's
as a
good.
tornado near Bald Hill. Mark Dillard now is in Haskell, looking right at that rotation. Mark.
Yes, Mike. It just continues.
He's the one with the cracked windshield. He got in the hail, that baseball size hail.
You'll have a feature that will kind of
One it didn't go through his windshield.
and produce a funnel, and then it will kind of blow itself out, and then you'll have right now that
Candy.
we're looking at. probably
Well, no, I shouldn't eat this stuff.
to my north, one area of a very low wall cloud, not very firm on either side of it, and then it's got a separate wall.
Well,
cloud
since we're getting pretty well out of the danger,
out to the west from there.
and
It's still kind of competing, it looks like, for the good air, so to speak, on which circulation area is going to take over. I don't have a tornado on the ground, but we're coming up to the front here. We're going to head up toward Haskell. And
we're trying to look and see what everybody's got
right
on
now, we
here.
don't have a funnel or tornado on the ground. Back to you.
Okay,
And
that's an update there for
that's
Houston,
good.
Oklahoma near Haskell. There's the supercell there. So we had tornadoes tracked just northwest and north of downtown Tulsa. Tornadoes tracked out of the Cromwell Okemah area toward Okmulgee, lifted up and over Okmulgee. That was a violent long track tornado. You saw that a while ago live. Now
Emergency
it's set back down
alerts,
near
emergency
Bald Hill,
alerts. I'm
and may or may not be
severe
on the ground.
weather
According to Mark Dillard, you cannot see
alert,
on the ground, but an organized mesocyclone.
Ringwood.
Still a tornado warning earlier about 5 minutes ago near Bald Hill. It was on the ground again. Here's Tulsa.
He's on the ground again.
Cells back down between Kellyville and Slick, Oklahoma.
Slick. How about naming? How do you like to live in Slick, Oklahoma?
Let's go on up to the north.
They had some of the strangest names.
Up here on that storm coming up toward Perry right now, north of Oklahoma City. Aaron, what do you have?
That's about just right at 51 highway.
Circulation is basically cleared the town. It's off of the northeast side of the town. But right there, you're seeing kind of a flat bottom base to it that does extend over towards the east northeast. The rest of it really
I'm checking everything out here.
Will be on top of it. We're also watching the storm that's near Marshall. That also looks quite impressive on radar and visually. Here we've been watching the KFOR stream. That's going to come
Everybody's
right
checking the radar. That's what I was doing earlier. I was checking the radar.
The circulation near Perry, which is on the northeastern side of town.
Aaron, nice job. Let's go back to radar here and check that out. Rotation is kind of leveled off, but it is a supercell here. So anytime you have a supercell, you got to watch those really carefully. Near Covington, south side.
Covington.
You see the hook there coming around.
That's north of Marshall, about 10, 12 miles. I always say 10, 12 miles, probably 20 miles.
But a supercell for sure with large hail, flooding, rainfall. There's one of the bigger problems here again. And damaging winds.
I was just going to get out in the morning,
County.
Get up early.
West of
Could go
Prairie,
now, but
goes
it's-
over to Mesa
afraid
Bend, the chopper here, looking right at that rotation.
My son's got me
Little
blocked
line,
in.
just not a whole lot of
So he goes to work. If he doesn't get out, he's going to work at 10:30
Yeah, we
tonight.
moved up to the northeast side of Marshall, looking to the.
So I'm gonna set my alarm and everything.
Kinda two little wall
And
pots
get up
here. We got
early and
one
go take
here, Travis
pictures
can pan out and show
with
you
my
the one to
phones,
the
or I got a
right.
$5 camera.
And we
of
got
the
another
rolling
one
river.
out here, but it's starting to get this one over here is starting to get a little feeder band into it from the northeast. So we're
Now,
gonna
what happened to
watch
that
both
phone?
these
That
areas.
other deal?
I see rotation on my velocities on my radar here.
You see, but
So
Homes again. This video sent in to us
oh my God,
from Seth near it's on Air Depot in between 122nd and Hefner.
the dams gave up at Air Depot.
City neighborhood we're talking about right now. I just
Well, it's almost give up. There's a hole in that sucker. You drive a car through.
Concern is if we get another heavy rain, and that is when the dam could fail. And you see in this video right here, this exclusive video of just what it looks like. At this point, they have an emergency response team on standby. They're there on scene. They have a staging area ready to go. So if that
Oh my
dam
God.
breaks, they have crews in place. It's police, the fire department, emergency management, public works. They're going door to door. Emergency crews are going door to door in this neighborhood, passing out flyers, warning people of the danger.
I
They
just
said
go.
homes
I just go rent me a motel on high ground.
Could flood. They're concerned about cars on the road being swept away. They're telling people in that area they may want to get the car out of there, move it to another location, because if the dam fails and that water comes rushing through, cars could be swept away as well. They closed Air Depot at this point, but emergency crews are there.
I can't even get to my
on scene.
sister's.
They
They
have a plan in
closed
place.
Air
They're
Depot.
talking about it for the last few hours, and they're ready to go if something happens.
And you saw how high that water already is. There was a hole there, water rushing into it. They want us to tell you, if you are in this area, again, lakeside of Oakdale,
I
this is
appreciate
near the
your
River Ridge
prayers.
Golf Course. Be ready. Make sure you have your critical supplies like your prescriptions, important documents, medical equipment, money, your glasses, hearing aids, and your
Everybody,
ID, because if
let me
that
move this on
gets
my
any more
phone.
rain, which they-
Everybody that's in any kind of area that could be having a disaster, flood, earthquake, tornado, they should have emergency kit. I have mine. This is my emergency kit. Looks like a makeup case. It's got my medicine, important papers, my will, all kinds of little stuff, like a copy of my will. But that's what I'm getting at. Everybody should have an emergency kit, especially insurance papers, medicines, deeds, titles, unless it's in a safe deposit box, which that's where my deeds and stuff is, and my originals. But always carry an emergency kit where you can just grab it and run out the door. It'd take me longer to get my pups loaded up than it would my emergency kit. But another thing, if you go to a community shelter, put your dogs, if they're small, in carrying cases or cats, so nothing can get to them and hurt them. Bigger dogs should be muzzled because they could get upset because the owner's upset, and that way you don't have to worry about it biting anybody because it has a muzzle on.
Software, you can zoom right on down. You can see the houses, you can see the roads. I mean, even on the pond, you can see people's little dogs floating there. So again, I see the dam. The way this is set up is probably on the south side. I'm guessing the south side of the lake, maybe right about here. So real close. 108th, I believe, is going to be Hefner Road. So then there's Air Depot right there. So and then there's that golf course.
That's 100.
That's it right there, right on first one dock.
Yeah, so we'll keep a close eye on that one. Let's go up into the northern cell that we have here that Sky 5 is on right now. Still finding some area of rotation. The one thing I've noticed
That's just north of us, but by Marshall.
is definitely increasing by quite a bit with this cell. From Covington to Douglas, there's definitely at least a hail threat.
Oh, here we go.
That's going to be in this. And that area of rotation is still evident on radar. North of Marshall.
Flooding in your area. I'm so tired of that. I already know it's flooded. I looked out the door.
Northeast of the cell, but that rotation moving up
Till 8 o'clock. They just keep moving it up every 30 minutes or whatever. Just keep moving it up, keep moving it up. That's all they're doing is keep moving it. Some solid hail.
And more importantly, while I don't want to be talking about the
Yes, she's come up with, the medicines, everything. I mean, your pet leashes, everything you need. Even a little bit of food or snacks for your dog to calm them down. You're diabetic, take some candy. I'm not at supper. That's why. And I haven't eaten all day, so I better that's why I'm eating this candy, because I know my blood sugar's low. I should test it over here. You should take your blood testing kit. Anything else you need.
If you do see the lowering there that Scott Mike has been showing you, we can't see it because of the trees and that kind of behind the truck here, but we are a little bit in front of that storm. So as it comes forward, we're going to be in position to see it really, really melting.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eye on that one. Yeah, those trees, they tend to obstruction, or they tend to obstruct your view there. So we'll.
Boy, that black and dark purple on the screen, that is hail. Northeast of Hennessy.
As we have highlighted, just east and southeast of Nokomis, just east of Route 81. What is going to
happen by 81. It's all north of me right now, thank God.
More dominant the farther southwest you go. So this area right here is going to become the dominant rotation, or the dominant part of the cell as it moves up to northeast.
People's already lost their homes out of Twin Lakes. Let's see here. I got okay, let me see here. From my location to Twin Lakes, how far is it?
There's been a lot of rain falling on this road, but there's a lot of ponding on it as well. But we're going to get over there closer to Douglas and get back to you.
Okay, yeah, definitely a lot of ponding on the road. So the flooding threat continues to be high. Just about
5.7 miles. And that's going out this way and then back down this way. But if you cut through the trees, it's about 3 miles. You can go out this way, right down my road, then head south back to the river. How far am I at Cimarron City?
The drive from your location to Cimarron City is 1.3 miles.
Okay, 1.3 miles from Cimarron City. You can find that on the map. That's where that house is floating down the Cimarron. 1.3 miles. Mile and 0.3. It's a little over a mile. Oh, look at that.
Organization in this storm. All of these little scud clouds that you see in our shot, they built.
I get enough subs, I'm on.
And so it's hard to see through it. What we have seen.
I'm gonna get my phones out and go live. I'm gonna see if I got everybody subbed on here. Really channel. And
there's a lot of activity, a lot of building.
I'm subbing her. I usually sub everybody that shows up. I don't watch TV unless it's a storm. Let's see if I can go back through here and see if I can find anybody else that I ain't subbed. Now, if you ain't got no video up, I usually don't sub because I like to watch video. Well, you can see everything. Did I got you okay? I'm trying to make sure I got everybody subbed. I got him subbed. Covington. No, it was on the ground about 3 or 4 miles west of me. Went over to Dover, north of me, but it was on the ground there for a while. We had major floodings. I live on the river, right at the river, and we have major flooding. We've already had houses floating down it. You can check on Channel 4. Channel 5 in Oklahoma City, you can see the houses floating down the Cimarron River. I'm only a mile point 3 from the Cimarron.
Near Douglas. So as the storm continues, look up to the northeast, finding areas of rotation, not very tight rotation. We are finding at least areas of spin. There's going to be one south of, or just near Douglas. Another's going to be south of Covington. All this looking up to the north. It's going to come very close to Enid. So if you're watching in Enid right now, eastern Garfield County, we're here for you. We're keeping a close eye on this. Heavy rain.
I've even put off fishing because all the lakes are swollen.
Air Force Base, and eventually come up on the south sides of Enid, and eventually come into eastern parts of Enid as well. Most of the heavy rain, though, is going to stay in the
Well, I'm getting out tomorrow. We're going to see all the flood damage.
up to the north and northeast. So right now for central Oklahoma, this is where the
About 10 years ago, we had a flood out at Twin Lakes.
We do see more storms out going up.
I took my flatbed trailer. We went out there and loaded a bunch of stuff out of a person's house. I mean, we took everything out of their house, put it on that flatbed, came back into the lodge, was about 5 or 6 blocks from where their house fell in. And the poor woman, she'd already lost her house, and she was so upset. Come on, people. She didn't know where all of her furniture and stuff was. We had it tarped over and stuff. And she said, "Do you have my stuff?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, it's right here." She said, "Would you mind taking it into Guthrie?" And she had rented a storage building. We put it in there. She thought she lost. Somebody stole all of her stuff. I said, "No, man, we got all your stuff that you had in that house." We even took the air. She had a window air conditioner. We even took it out of the window. Waited about 35 minutes, and her house fell into the river. So 35 minutes earlier, we was all in that house. We could have fell off in the river.
We're going to watch this one as it continues to lift up to the northeast. Right now, though, small hail core, very small hail core. Fletcher, as you make your way just north and northeast of Lawton, where the bend in the highway I-44 begins. So we'll watch this cell, but once again, for Chickasha, Anadarko, Tuttle, Minko, El Rito.
Ooh, down.
Storm watching for you. The storm still consists inside. There's still
Down coming one from the south.
severe thunder.
They'll be all night.
PBS tornado watch. It doesn't till 10 o'clock, so cannot put it back down. Cannot shut it back on this cell at all.
They'll be hitting all night. There goes another alert. They're wanting to evacuate from where we're at. I'm not evacuating. I've been through rougher floods than this one. Evacuation. They ain't got it mandatory yet.
We have some intense instability, some extreme instability. It's confined in a small area, but it is definitely going to be there. And so this storm will likely increase.
Where would I go? All the roads are closed.
As it moves up to northeast. So
I'll go out and stay in my RV, I guess.
Produce a tornado. Remember the index we had earlier today? This part of the state, we had it coming up to a 4. It's an elevated chance. So the tornado threat not very high, but it's not very low either with this part of the storm.
It's called moderate.
Other cells going up down to the south. So far, most of the severe weather has been in eastern and up in northeastern Oklahoma. Tornado warnings continue here.
I don't know how many. They'll tell us later on tonight how many tornadoes in Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and all that other stuff.
For this cell, that is going to be east and northeast of Perry. We are seeing some weak rotation. That is going to be north of Sumner, just southwest of Cedar Lake.
Channel 4 is just about, but they didn't get out early enough, and half their trucks on the other, stuck in the other side of the river.
Appreciate that report right there. So we're going to take a step back and show you some of this tornado video from earlier.
This tornado, no, it hasn't hit it. It didn't hit me. One injury reported though. This is what came over my house.
Very close to Okemo, one injury over in Fusky County that we know of.
See,
there are the power poles down, the fences down from the tornado path as both Mark Dillard and Mike Bennett drove through that path. And
see that fence is down. That white fence is probably 10 or 12 miles south of me.
Up into, there it is right there, on
See.
Mulkey County. And it was a large, violent tornado, mainly over the rural countryside, a lot of hills up there northeast of Okemo and southwest of Okmulgee.
Southwest of Okmulgee. Okmulgee is west of me.
Pretty violent as well. There's the tornado right there to the northeast of the damage track as it was moving up into the hills over there in Okmulgee County.
And basically, that's what it came over and went just west of me. And that wasn't, but probably at one time, the closest part it got to me was about 3 to 4 miles away when it went through
as it was a long track
on the other side of Twin Lakes.
Fortunately, it lifted before it moved into the town of Okmulgee.
Yeah, see, that's it lifted before it hit Okmulgee. And then Marshall, Orlando. It's just north of Marshall. I mean, Marshall ain't but 20 miles from there, 15, 20 miles. So it's not went by just a few minutes ago. There's my phones. I get me 1,000 subs. I'm getting out on the road with my phones and my go live. Live stream. That's what I'm going to do. They call it live streaming. I can show you all kinds of tornado and damages and floods. And if I had to spend the night, I got that ambulance turned into our RV. I can cook everything else. Always keep it loaded down with food and stuff. I take my little puppies with me. But I take Ori with me, my service dog, and then the 3 pups. I'll either leave them at home with Chris or take them out at my sister's house. She go down the cellar. I do have to clean out my cellar and clean off my cellar. I think I might take a video of that and see what's. I haven't opened it up in 5 years. I just go to the community cellar. But I've got one just right out the back door here. I don't know, 25, 30 foot. It's been everywhere. Let me see, 25 mile an hour.
Very much so, right, Mike? And we're worried about that dam.
Well, they're worried about that dam.
Over that area just east of I-35, Hefner and Air Depot. We have Jacqueline Chapel there. We'll be going to her in just a minute. We're hoping to get some video also from Chapel 4. Maybe they can fly over and show us a little better sight of what it looks like.
It looks like she is going to meet someone with the police department, maybe to get more.
Well,
So she's in that area.
Hefner and Sooner, huh? I have no idea. Well, that's pretty good. Got 5 people watching and 5 thumbs up. Now this is out where my sister lives, Hefner and Air Depot. It's flooded out there. The dam's about to give way. She lives on the good side of the dam, so it won't bother her.
We're going to her in just a minute. Can we go to Jacqueline yet, Irish? There she is.
There she is.
She's hooking up here.
See the water pouring out the dam there?
All right,
There's the dam caving in.
Jeremy Love just shot for us. And
See it?
looks like,
See the water pouring out of the hole in the dam? I didn't take a very good shot, but now that's out where my sister lives. She lived. We all live on a lake. We decided we'd retire on the lakes. We lost our dam, or half of it, a few years ago. They lowered it actually because of the houses on the other side of the lake. They flooded. There's about 6 foot of water inside of them. And that's the highest it's ever been. And I don't know, 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever. You'd have to look it up. And I live on this side of the lake, but I'm above the watershed. In other words, it's lower over here going into Canadian County watershed, and I live in Cimarron watershed, so my house is above the overflow. So ours would change routes. That'd be like 1,000-year flood when a watershed ever floods over to another watershed. What is this?
They need to be sure to have some sort of plan in place for if that
I
dam
gotta see
is
what
to
people
fail.
say.
So it could cause them some pretty serious issues. But we were told that a police officer is going to meet us for a short while, so hopefully we can learn a little bit more. Back to you guys.
Jacqueline, do you know the name of that golf course as well as maybe the names of some of
Well, it's sort of, like I said, flood proof. Now it'll get within 3 steps of my back door, or my front door, because they're turned to the lake, but I call it the back door. And then it goes down, because if it gets on another 3 steps, 3 or 4 steps, another 2 or 3 foot, it'd be in my house. But it'd be on the other. It's never happened that way. Ooh, look at this.
But just to give you an idea of how bad it is everywhere, they're telling people to evacuate the area, and if they don't, to write their name and some other identification markers on their arms with magic marker.
That is
in case they're found.
Yeah.
So,
That's what they tell us. When you're in a tornado area or something like that, they tell you to write your name. I got a bracelet that's got all my phone numbers and everything else on it. But that's great. I hurt my arm. I bruised myself. What in the world?
All over the state. Mike
What the
Morgan,
world?
ready to give us an update now, Mike.
You know, a lot of those places, guys, as you know, are diked over there, right? The Arkansas River has a really broad floodplain over there by Weathers Falls.
I guess that's what happened.
A lot of folks have, and they're diked
But
over there. So you
I
start
got a bracelet with all my identification and stuff on it. But they also tell you to write it on your inside of your arms or on your leg so they can identify you if you get blown away.
And then you got the entire Arkansas River going through places like Weber's Falls. Yeah.
Oh, look at Weber's Falls.
And Tulsa's dealing with a more controlled flood situation, but they're incrementally flooding.
Everything's flooded. I mean, we are flooded. Tomorrow I'm going out. I'm about to shut this down here because it's pretty well north of us. Tomorrow I'm going to go out, take my cell phones and my other camera. And it won't be live because I ain't got 1,000 subs, but it'll be, I'll put on what damage I can show you and what I can find. And that's what I'm going to be doing there. And it's flooded in Tulsa. It's flooded everywhere.
That's the problem over there. That lakeside, your residential area by Air Depot, by the way, that dam's way above the level of Air Depot. So in northeast Oklahoma City, if that were to fail, that would flood Air Depot and points downstream.
Yeah, it would flood Air Depot, that's for sure.
Over there by Apple Valley.
Apple Valley. Oh, I know where Apple Valley's at. That's a friend of mine lives in Apple Valley. I used to work with him a long, long time ago. I'm sure he still lives there. We're talking big, old 200, 300,000, $500,000 homes to $1 million homes up on that in Apple Valley. His is way up on a hill. I doubt it could flood even if the dam broke. Couldn't get to it though. He's like me, couldn't get it. If I leave my house, I'm afraid of flooding while I'm gone to get it back. I got a kayak. I better take the kayak with me. Yeah, it's pretty well PDS is over with. Boy, all they got now is flood warnings. Well, we know that. It's the ground won't take no more. I have 2 septic tanks and lateral lines. It pumps it up from one septic tank to another septic tank, runs it out the lateral lines, and then during the real flood stage, I can turn on the outside sprinklers. Well, I don't know why. Why would I want to do that? I'd rather just wait till the flood water goes down because it stinks when you turn on them sprinklers. It's for the summertime to water your yard, trying to conserve water, all that crap. I do treat it though. It gets treated in the other septic tank. It's called a hot water holding tank is what it's called, but I don't. I doubt if the sprinkles even work. I ain't turned the pumps on in years. I gets that bad. I'm going to Holiday Inn, Ramada, Hilton, somewhere. I'm leaving town. I'll go find me another place to stay. Or I'll just go RVing. Well, they'll be on tonight. Everything else, weather and everything else. You guys have a great one. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And I really enjoyed talking to everybody. I didn't talk to you as much as I should, but I really appreciate all your prayers. And like I said, I'm going to get out tomorrow and I'm going to take a bunch of pictures. And we'll see what it does. Take care. Have a great day. And remember, always have an emergency kit prepared and ready to go.
Excellent job at staying in check. Severe dark.
I'm going to let people send their last little messages on the side, and then I'm going to turn it off. I think I subbed everybody that had channels over there that had something on their channel. But it's still, it's still out there weather, but like I said, I am going to let you guys go. I guess everybody said bye to everybody else on here. Sub the people that you like or whatever. I've tried to sub them all I can. I'm working on that 1,000 people. When I get that 1,000, why they changed that rule, I have no idea. They should have left it at least 500 or something. But they moved it to 1,000, so you can live stream, which is fine. I'm thinking about cutting this thing off. Well, I'm gonna let you go. Take care. Have a great one.